Hey, Grand Rising YouTubers, gods, goddesses, kings, queens. I'm about to bring you a message from your ancestors, the message from Spirit. This will not have a date. No more putting times, they said, on my readings because time does not exist. If you see me constantly move because I got stigmatism and they gave me these glasses and it's fucking with my vision. And I don't like them, but I'm trying to be obedient. I have already said in meditation, as I was in meditation, I don't know who this vision is going to resonate with, okay? When I was in vision early this morning, because they always wake me up at the same time, early morning, I was traveling, and it's like I was on like a brownish beach sand. The sand was brown, okay? It wasn't white, it wasn't black, it was brown, like the color of my skin, brown. And the ocean was coming back and forth, ebb and flow. When I was walking, I met an ancestor. He was from Benin. Benin is the motherland of voodoo, okay? Haiti is known for voodoo, but Benin is the main culprit of voodoo. So he was coming to me with a staff, and he had his ear gauges in, and he had his warrior stuff on, okay? As he was walking towards me, they said, "They're waiting for you." I said, "Who's waiting for me?" He said, "The ancestors." So he was walking towards me, and he's like, "Follow me." So I was walking there. I was dressed in white, and I was dressed in white and gold, okay? As I was walking towards there, I came towards a big old land full of green, very greenery. And it was a tree. So if y'all seen Wakanda, majority of y'all seen the movie Wakanda. It was that tree that when he was sick and dying, he met with his ancestors under that tree. So it's a big old green tree like that, full of life, very old. He said, "Your ancestors are rooted here." So when I was coming forth, it was a lady coming with a big old afro, dressed in white and gold, had two lionesses next to her, and she was walking towards me, and she said, "It's time. It's time for you to bring people to the light. It's time for you to lift people up and guide them to the truth. It's time for our people to rise." So I don't know who this is resonating to. I hate a fly. It's a fly in my house and I can't get rid of it. I don't know who is this resonating to, but Spirit, your ancestors say you need to get grounded rootly in your roots and be proud of your heritage. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of your African spirituality. That everyone that was born, white, black, Chinese, Asian, well, Asians are Chinese, but I'm talking about the Hindu type of Asians, Native Americans, all Hispanics, Greeks, Romans, whoever the fuck you are. I don't give a fuck what nationality you are, what color of your skin. Your original parents was black. Everyone came from black people. Everything came from black people. Salsa came from Africans, black people. A lot of food came from black people. So therefore, you have to embrace spirituality. I am not racist. There's not a racist bone in my body. But everybody has to know the truth. It's up to you to accept it or not. But it's time to embrace your spirituality. That is what Spirit is telling me. Can I get 3 cards to start it off for this reading? Talk to me, Spirit. They said time is running out. It is time. 3 cards exactly. Boy, I love when they listen to me. You have solitude. And what's so funny is, look, there's trees under the moon. You have solitude. Some of y'all need to go meditate by a lake. Some of y'all need to travel to a lake or a river. It don't have to be the ocean, but you have to sit because we all part of water. We all revolve in water. That's how we grow. That's how we get purified. That's how we get cleansed in water. A lot of y'all need to visualize dirt and negativity falling off of you when you in the shower. Spirit is saying it is time. What you won't do, Do for love. You got everything, and it's inside of you. That's what I'm hearing. Everything that you need is inside of you. Your love from your ancestors, love from God, love. That's all you need, is to have a lot of love and compassion for yourself. Spirit is saying a lot of y'all need to go into solitude. The next one is healing chaos. That's what I'm talking about. You have to go in solitude. You have to be near that water to have that healing chaos. A lot of y'all are feeling like y'all, fuck this shit. A lot of Spirit said put it back on. Oh, this is annoying. No. A lot of y'all are need healing. A lot of y'all are feeling like y'all going through a mental breakdown. Like y'all can't endure the storm that y'all going through. But you have to know the storm is not going to last always. Spirit is saying y'all going through a major transformation, and it's healing you. It's getting rid of the things and the people that no longer resonate with your higher good. So they want you to go in solitude, because what I say, a big transformation, mariposa. Y'all changing. Y'all not going to be the same. Y'all not going to look the same. Everything, the way you eat, the way you speak, the way you glow, everything. More people, positive people is going to be coming towards you. The rose, they saying the rose are sharing. The rose of sharing is beautiful. Roses are protection. Roses are blossoming, beauty, abundance, health. Whatever you want, you're changing, you're blossoming. And it's like you're going through a whole different area. So they really want you to go in this solitude. You need to be near the water. Like I said, rivers, lakes, you don't have to go through an ocean, but you really need to get near this. And whoever that vision that I had is meant for you, it could be meant for me, so I'm sharing it. But if it resonates with you, then it's meant for you also. They saying it's time to get your roots, your feet. So in meditation, you got to imagine that your feet is turning to roots, and you getting deeply rooted into your ancestors, and all your ancestors are going to come towards you. A lot of y'all have Geechee ancestors that's trying to get in touch with y'all. Some of y'all need to go to the Sea Islands, Gullah Gullah, Geechee Island. That's in South Carolina near the Sullivan Islands. You need to go back to your roots. A lot of your ancestors that Geechee are African, so they came there. So it's time for y'all to embrace y'all African spirituality. Y'all got everything, then don't give up. Talk to me, Spirit. Can I get 3 more cards to continue this reading for them? 1. They could be 1, 2. Come on. 2 more cards, Spirit. Please. They said look at it. Okay. What I tell you, the time is now for you to walk through that fucking door. Your time is now for you to get your roots, which is your feet, grounded. So when you go outside in the rain, some of y'all can go in the rain. If it's not thunder and lightning, you can go in the rain when it's raining and let that water purify you and get your feet in that mud. It's raining here now. So after I get done with this video, I'm going to go out there, me and Marley loves the water, and I'm going to put my feet in the mud and I'm going to ground. Spirit is saying the time is now. They said only 1 card out of that deck. What you won't do for love. I woke up with that song in my head because Spirit's saying a lot of y'all love is about to blossom, because y'all transforming, y'all about to meet the one. Talk to me, Spirit. Let's give them something to talk about. Come on. What messages do you have for them? Can I get 3 cards or 1 card? Whatever you want today, ancestors. This is about your message. Thank you. Self-love. What you won't do for love. You got to have self-love. You got to be that motherfucking peacock. A lot of proud and ego. Sometimes there's bad pride and bad ego, but Spirit said you need good ego and good pride about your spirituality, about your roots being planted deeply. So let's see what cards came out. So we have 5, cinco, cinq in French, cinco in Spanish, 5 in English. Ascension. Going through that healing chaos, that solitude, that transformation is a motherfucking ascension. Some of y'all are getting sick. Some of y'all blood pressures are getting elevated. Sometimes, Spirit is talking to me now. Someone lost a baby. You have fluttering in your belly. and you thought it was just your nerves, or you thought you was getting sick. Then all of a sudden you had a real heavy period, and you just like, oh, I'm getting older, maybe I'm past or something. You was pregnant. You was pregnant, and Spirit is saying it was a boy. So whoever was going through that, you lost a baby, but they said you're healing, you're going through a major transformation. It wasn't your time to have that baby right now at this very moment because you're going through something. But Spirit is saying just chill. Everything is going on. But some of y'all going through an ascension. This means y'all elevated to a higher level. More positive, bigger energies y'all dealing with. Once you're going through this ascension, you're going to get downloads. A lot of downloads, okay? So you got to get creative. They want you to start getting creative. They starting to release that dove above your head. You're starting to go through an anointing. Spirit is also showing that someone needs to be creative and write. I don't know if you're going to do a podcast, ebook. Somebody needs to write. Write a book about all these downloads and these dreams and stuff you're getting. The next one is observer. Because y'all going through this ascension and y'all getting higher and higher, and your gifts are starting to get stronger, someone has the gift of divination of scrying. Scrying with a crystal ball. Scrying through candle flame. Scrying through bone divination, pendulum. Scrying through a bowl of water. Spirit is saying you need to start doing that. Someone can read clouds. If you look up in the clouds, you get a message. Spirit is saying you need to start doing that because that's part of your gift or part of your anointing. Some of y'all have the gift of palm to read palms. I have that gift of palmistry, you know, but it's like I need to be in person with you because I will have to touch you. So that's why I don't offer that, because I'm not, if I was near you and you wanted a reading, all you had to do is give me your hand. I could tell you how many kids. I could tell you your lifespan. I could tell you what's going on in your body, because if I touch you or near you, your energy is much stronger. So eventually I will be meeting a lot of people, and it's like I'm going to automatically connect with you. But Spirit is saying some of y'all have that gift of palmistry. My Aries, my fiery energy, my warriors, my she maidens, people, Spirit said we was once upon people. So your ancestors saying take that lead. It's time for you to lead that people back. It's time for you to start speaking the truth. Start verbally expressing yourself. When you feel like you're getting choked up, Archangel Gabriel is the archangel of communication. He will help you with your communication because your Kundalini is trying to rise, and because y'all fighting it, it's not moving. You need to have that. That's why in Egyptians you see that cobra that's on their crown. That's represent Kundalini. So Spirit is saying it's time. This is also, Spirit is saying it's going to be because we in Pluto's in retrograde, Saturn's in retrograde, Mercury's in retrograde, and we have one more planet. They said Jupiter. That's what they said. It's in retrograde. So you're going to have a lot of envious, deceitful people, known and unknown, throwing stuff at you. Jealousy. A lot of people is jealous because you're elevating and they want to, but they fucking lazy. That's their fucking problem. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if they get butt hurt, then they not meant for you. So your words is meant for the people who needs to hear this. There's people on here that don't like me. They just watching me to learn my shit. I don't give a fuck, because you can only get so far copying me. You only going to get so far because it's meant for me, not for y'all. Okay? Because you don't have my ancestors. So what I'm putting out is only limited because you can only go so far. So there's a lot of people that's doing that to y'all. So y'all have to be okay, because I'm forgivable. I'll forgive you, but my ancestors not. And you ain't going to be able to check them because you can't see them. So therefore, this is also wisdom and knowledge that your ancestors are saying. So you got to understand you're divinely protected, and no one has your ancestors, and your ancestors don't fuck about you. Okay? Like I said, people want to say this and this. They can treat you all type of way, but your ancestors is not going to tolerate that. Your ancestors is cloaking you. So it's like it's time for you to step into your power. They saying it is time. This deck right here, someone asked me about it yesterday. It's called the Kemetic deck. This deck found me. I had this deck for at least 6 months, okay? I had to bond with this deck. Anubis came to me and he said, I'm going to give you a deck that you're going to have to bond with. It took me 6 months to bond with this deck. Okay? When you get any type of tarot or oracle deck, you have to bond with it. You have to talk to it. You have to ask it to speak to you. Then you have to ask your spirit guides and your ancestors to help guide you. Anubis, Ra, Isis, Thoth are all around me. Well, I'm a Pantheon, so I am a gatekeeper because I speak to gatekeepers. Okay, they always teach me. I don't have a mentor. I get my wisdom and knowledge from different gods and goddesses. So whoever's interested in this deck has to call to you. Don't get it because you think the pictures are pretty. This deck, I actually can read this. I don't know how I know, but I can actually read this holographic. Don't ask me how I know, but I know. All these symbols right here means things. And at the bottom of this deck is walking away. You have the Eight of Ankh, walking away from people being butthurt. It's because you are empath. Well, some of y'all are empaths, some of y'all are not. So I'm talking to my empathic people. You can't heal everybody, and a lot of people's draining you because of your energy. They love talking to you. They love being around you. They don't know, or sometimes you don't know, they're secretly draining you. So you're really going to have to start setting boundaries. It's not saying you don't want to help them people. It's not, if you find yourself watching movies, if you do watch movies, every now and then I get that privilege. They say you can watch movies, Netflix or something. But I'm like, wow, really? They have to tell me, because I don't do it because I'm very emotional. I will watch a movie and a dog got hit by a car and I just poured down crying because I felt that. Even though it's a movie, I felt that. That's how sensitive I am. And there's a lot of y'all that's very sensitive. Y'all can pick up stuff. I am highly sensitive as fuck. That's why I constantly, when I do go out, I have to cover my head. And if I don't, I pay the consequences of it. But Spirit is saying whoever is interested in this deck, make sure it's calling out to you and you have to bond with it. Don't buy shit because it's pretty. Don't buy shit because you're trying to be like he or she. It's not meant. When something's drawn to you, there's a reason why it's drawn to you. So that's why spirits want y'all to be y'all original self. Be different, because what works for you might not work for me. What works for me might not work for you. So whoever is interested in this deck, it's called the Kemetic deck. It's about Egyptian. You have the Empress card. This one is Mut, M-U-T, Empress card. She's dressed in red or white because that has royalty that represent your power, that represent your root chakra. So your power comes from your root. Your money comes from the root. Remember, the earth's currency is energy. So if you want money, you have to see everything as energy, and it's coming up to y'all. Abundance. This means fertility. So if y'all, like that person that didn't know they had a miscarriage, you had a miscarriage, you will conceive again. And I'm hearing it will be twins. You're about to get blessed for twins, but it wasn't the time right now. A lot of y'all, just since we in Gemini season, a lot of y'all will be bringing forth twins. That's what I'm hearing. Some same sex, some not same sex. The Ankh. Ankh is very powerful in Egyptian magic, Egyptian lifestyle, history. It means life. It means birth. The top round part represents the womb. The left is feminine. The right is masculine. Okay? That means life. Also, in Christianity, it's also known as the cross. So it's like they mimic each other. But this is an Empress card. So a lot of y'all walking into y'all abundance. She's speaking to me, and she's like divine patience. Everything's happening in divine timing. Y'all need to get back to your ancestries. A lot of y'all are connected to the Moors. Y'all need to do research on the Moors. Moors were also very powerful people, had a lot of wisdom and knowledge in healing herbs. Some of y'all have the gift of healing. The next one, we have the King of Scarabs. Also money. So money is starting to come into you. Yes, ma'am. The number 3, the Holy Trinity. You, God, and your spiritual team, which is your ancestors. This is what Mut is telling me. These cards speak to me. That's what I'm saying. It took me 6 months to bind with these motherfuckers. And yes, ma'am, she said, stop cursing. So Anubis was helping me, and also Isis. So this is telling me that 3 is very powerful. Sometimes things happen in 3, like 3 pregnancies, 3 deaths. things happen in 3. So if you're very connected to 3, that means it's a very powerful number. You have the King of Scarabs, which is money is coming into you. And it's going to be involved. Some people are going to get married, and they're going to be getting married into money that he is saying. He is a pharaoh. Also, whoever is channeling Nefertiti, I'm hearing Nefertiti. She's talking to me. She said, whoever's channeling Nefertiti, lettuce. It's the sacred food of her is lettuce. Also, Amun-Ra. Amun-Ra is saying also lettuce. Amun-Ra is over abundance. Amun-Ra is over riches. So this is saying also when you want to do abundance ritual, money ritual, they said wait till after Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde is fucking up a lot of people in these spiritual streets. Even people that's not spiritual, but they thinking something else is wrong. They just don't know how connected they are. They just in denial. So spirit, when you do your next money ritual, okay, I'm hearing you need to get some green grapes and some lettuce and dedicate it to Egyptian gods and goddesses that resonate with your higher good. You don't have to know their name and start doing that. That's what I'm hearing. At the bottom of the deck, a lot of y'all going to be traveling near the water, like I spoke other earlier. A lot of y'all going to be traveling towards business travel. Y'all going to be meeting new people out of the blue. It's like you're going to travel to a different state and you think it's for pleasure, and you're going to meet the right people. Some of y'all going to be traveling because y'all getting drawn to an island. I don't know why, but someone's drawn to Mexico. It's something there. Something there in Mexico. Some type of Indians that was there. I can't think of the Indians. I can't pronounce it. But there's some, I want to say it's sort of like a Mayan, Aztec, something like that. I'm not for sure, don't quote. They said Aztec. Over there in Mexico, you got to understand there's 2 sides of Mexico. There's one by Texas and one by California. So whichever one you're going to, Aztecs, they want you to get some cacao. Cacao is the food of the gods. Cacao is going to help heal your heart. Cacao is when you do that ritual, drinking that cacao, hot chocolate. You're gonna, it's bitter, so you're gonna add a little honey, cayenne pepper to it, and you're gonna drink it, and you're gonna say Anahata, which is the mantra to open up your heart chakra. So whoever is traveling to Mexico, either by Texas or California, you're going to meet the Aztec Indians, the Mayan Indians, stuff like that. That's going to help you do this ceremonial, and you're going to be drinking some cacao. But a lot of y'all going to be traveling. Can I get one more card? Thank you. You have the best. This right here means you're fucking divinely protected, as I was speaking of earlier. Like I said, you might be getting under a lot of attacks, but they don't know that they pissing the people that they cannot see off. Spiritual and non-spiritual people. If you're starting to notice these people that was stabbing in your back, some of them is feeling it now. Some of them wants to come to you and say they sorry that they did this shit, but your ancestors said, fuck that shit. She might forgive you. She's nice, but we're not nice. A lot of y'all made a mistake of hurting people. A lot of y'all made a mistake of listening to other people's bullshit, and you put black magic on people, and now you're regretting it because you're starting to feel the aftermath of it. A lot of y'all are seeing people rise, and you was wishing their downfall, and you up and saying, I woulda, shoulda, coulda. Sorry for y'all. So this means you are divinely protected. You're divinely protected. You just don't see. You see you that little person, and you see that big motherfucker right there? That's them people. That's your ancestors say, fuck y'all. I'm tired of y'all messing with my baby. A lot of y'all don't understand. Y'all are fucking divinely protected. No matter what, it's going to retaliate back on them sevenfold. That's what I'm hearing. At the bottom of the deck, you have the 9 of Swords. Them motherfucking swords, you up there screaming for help. You dressed in white because you feel like you're being sacrificed from all this bullshit. You're going through this, you're going through that. You don't understand. It's because of your calling, so they don't want you to rise above that. Some of y'all are more powerful than your compadres. Some of y'all are more powerful than y'all spiritual brothers and sisters, and they recognize that, so they try to keep you dumbfounded. They trying to keep you shanked down, ain't down, so you can't prosper. But your fucking ancestors got that fucking sword and said, no mas, no more. They about to set you free. Because that shit is it's time. That's what I'm saying. When I had that premonition, that meditation of someone going there. Someone's going to go to Africa. Someone's going to go to Benin, Africa, where the first voodoo was done. Religion. And you're going to go to where the slaves, your ancestors, said their last goodbye. Some of them tried to escape and got their throat slit. Some of them got stabbed. Some of them was taken to America. Some of them jumped off the boat because they said, hell no. Those are the ancestors that sacrificed everything for y'all. And they said, you don't even give a fuck. You're not going to start this spiritual journey. So you're just going to sit there and act like nothing's happening. They getting tired of that. They about to force your hand. They about to turn up the heat. Once again, like I tell everybody, your ancestors don't give a fuck. They will interfere when you're not on your spiritual journey because they chose you. Your spirit guides will not tell you what to do. They will guide you. But your ancestral guides, fuck that shit. They will fuck somebody up. They will have somebody leave you, deaf or not deaf. I don't know. But they have a way of doing that. You have the Ace of Scepters. Truth is coming. This is divine truth. Like I said, your crown chakra is opening the fuck up. Y'all going to start seeing. A lot of y'all are going to see this effect of the solar eclipse that's coming. So during the solar eclipse, Spirit said you need to write everything that you don't want on you anymore. You need to write it. So during that solar eclipse, you need to let it burn slowly and actually see things, people, places, things coming off of you that does not resonate your higher good, that's blocking you. So you're going to go through this death and rebirth. Because you about to take back your throne. You about to, he or she, y'all about to take back your throne. Y'all starting to put that crown back on. Y'all about to be divinely guided. Spirit is showing me some of y'all during this ascension, y'all don't understand you got spiritually initiated. So that means you really, really higher. So that means when it's time for you to get crowned like I get crowned, you will know. It's not time yet. So y'all went through a whole ceremony and y'all got elevated. Is there anything else, Spirit? What you won't do for love. I got everything from above. He will give you all. All you got to do is ask. That's what I'm hearing. Can I get one word of inspiration? You're finally going to be at peace. You got to release those things so you can be at peace. If it's not meant for you, it's not going to come back. You have to release it. Everything broken, you can't fix. Don't sweat the small stuff. That's what I was saying. Don't sweat the small stuff. Talk with God. Y'all be blessed. Peace. Namaste. I see y'all.